Hello everybody and welcome back to another edition of Channel Update. Alright, first of all, I'd like to apologize for taking so much time to actually get to putting another video up on the channel. The reason is I have been justified. It's been a little bit busy, but I do want to apologize. I've usually been very good at actually keeping at least keeping the current regime that we're going through with the video production. Anyways, what I did want to get to was pretty much just let you know what's going on. First of all, it's all good. The channel isn't going anywhere. We're going to be doing more videos for World of Warcraft. We're going to be doing more modding videos. The problem is, and this is where I need to sort of just explain it a bit. So, you remember the last time I let all of you know at the last channel update that I was going to be traveling, and I was traveling across the world. So, I live in Montreal, and I traveled all the way to Sydney, Australia. I then went to Melbourne, and then I went to Brisbane. So that was quite a long sort of like business trip. I came back. I was here for about 2 weeks, of which 1 week was sort of like recovering from the jet lag and getting things in order, and the second week was sort of like preparing for my next trip, in which I came back. When I came back from Australia, then I moved to, or not moved, but I actually went to the west coast of Canada. So I was in Vancouver and I was in Victoria, and I was sort of engaged with those things. I came back. I had a friend coming into the city, so I was busy with that as well. So it's just been sort of like difficult to sit down and take the time that it requires to actually sit down and do modding work for WoW. So it's been very hard. I haven't had much of a chance. I've been very, very tired, to be fair, as well, because once you're moving about like that, it becomes tiring. Like, it takes a bit out of you to be moving constantly and that far. And there might still be possibilities of me traveling even more, though not immediately. So I'm finally this week being able to settle down and get some stuff done. Having said that, I think, like I said, I'm going to continue doing. There's a ton of little projects there that I have to go back and revisit. I think for the time being, I'm not going to be doing any more new projects for modding with WoW. So we're going to continue working on what has already been established. So, spoiler alert for those who don't know, yes, there were some, I'm going to try and actually catch up with replying to messages on the channel, which, again, my apologies for that as well. Like I said, just been incredibly busy these past couple of days. So I'll get to that, but yes, someone guessed that the special WoW, or the secret WoW project, was indeed Kul Tiras, and that is essentially what it was. So for the longest time, before actually Kul Tiras was even announced in World of Warcraft, I had an idea of what I actually wanted Kul Tiras, my version of Kul Tiras, to be, and I wanted to have this sort of Spanish colonial what could I say? Sort of like colony / trading port look to it. And this came from looking at other people's like interpretations of Kul Tiras, where some people had advocated for making Kul Tiras more like a Mediterranean style culture, but mixing in like the big naval empires of the colonial period, so like Spain, Portugal, throwing in a little bit of like Italy there into like the countryside. Though I'm fully aware that Italy had nothing to do with that. But that was the idea anyways, and I thought, hey, that's a great idea, making sort of like Caribbean-styled defensive ports and humans and these massive ports. So that's what I'll work towards, as it's a different take on it. It's not the what Blizzard went for. Blizzard went a little bit more sort of like Pirates of the Caribbean meets Gilneas type of thing, which makes sense. But I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, so hopefully you'll enjoy just looking actually of how I actually build that zone. What else do I have for all of you? Well, we'll most likely be touching back on a bit of the Gilneas zone, because that's pretty much at least the general like structure of it is finished, and it's just a question of making tweaks, modifying zones, adding ground effects and things like that. So I'll definitely be going back to that at some point. To answer the questions about when will I release the Dalaran mod, I released the Dalaran mod, or at least I gave the Dalaran mod to someone about a year ago. And when I did that, I gave the person a mod which would just, because the way I work is I put all my mods into one MPQ and I slowly build on it. In the past, that's actually gotten me into trouble because I've lost MPQs and I've lost some work. But now I'm a little bit more careful with that. So what happened with the Dalaran mod was I made an MPQ, a special MPQ that only had the Dalaran stuff, and I put that up for upload for someone. This was, like I said, this was a year ago or a year and a half ago, or whenever I actually first initially put that video up. I've been trying to find that. I can't find it, and the problem is I don't have any other MPQ with those files readily available. So I guess what I'm saying is that until I find it, and I'm sure that I can find it, it's just going to take some time to sit down and track it down, because I've just had so many hard drives over the past like 3 years. I can't guarantee when it's coming out, but when I do find it, it's absolutely 100% sure that I'm going to release it, because first of all, I'm not going to do more work on it, and second of all, I've already given it to someone. So just believe me when I say it will come out, and hopefully it'll come out relatively soon as I find it. What else? Right, there's another thing that I want to get doing, and that's like I really appreciate everyone's support and everybody liking the WoW modding videos, but it's been very hard to produce content that way. It's a matter of sometimes it's just a lot of I want to do better videos and I want to show you more work, but at the same time I feel like I'm also pushed by YouTube to create content on a regular basis, and so WoW modding is not like the best match for that. I want the channel to grow. I want us to hit 500 within a relatively short time, but I also need something else to produce on a more regular basis. And one of the reasons I actually started doing the channel was that I actually enjoyed taking some time off of my regular routine to play games and record them and just have a bit of fun. So, having said that, the other problem that I had was I didn't really find a type of game that I was particularly interested in to record. I had a lot of fun recording sort of like these first-person exploration games like Firewatch, or what was the other one? The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Like, all of these were games that I could actually play and at the same time record content and have fun. And I had fun, and I really enjoyed finishing those series. So that was pretty much what I was looking for. I also love Skyrim, and that was like interesting in of itself because we were doing mod reviews, so I didn't actually have to put into work, though I actually did some of my own mods for that, and that was cool. I really, really loved that as well. I have currently found a game that I'm interested in, and that I will be buying, and that I will be recording, and it'll be hopefully a regular series. Now I'm I'm an optimist when it comes to this particular game, because I've heard a lot of like good things about it. It's a new game. It's beautiful. So we'll see exactly how that plays out. But stay tuned, because what that means is that it'll be part of the content rotation, and it'll definitely help me meet, for example, some of the demands of YouTube in terms of content production. But I want you all to know that just because you see me going back into playing this game or games, it doesn't mean that I'm stepping away from WoW. I'm 100% committed to doing that. I enjoy it quite a bit. It tells me that a bunch of you are really interested in that as well. So I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to continue doing the WoW mods. It'll be skins. It'll be anything related to modding. But we'll have a chance to continue that. And if you haven't seen any of my series or Let's Plays or whatever, when this new series comes out, give it a try. I mean, I know that I can be annoying at times, but when I'm having fun, you know what? It makes like somebody once told me in the best sort of compliment possible. They put my videos on at the very last thing of the day, just listen to me rant and be silly, and they fall asleep to me. Which is a bit weird, but no, I get it. I do that too. There's plenty of YouTubers that I watch and that I follow, and their videos are the last things that I watch at the end of the day when I'm sort of decompressing, and more often than not, I'll fall asleep. But give it a shot. Give me a chance if you haven't actually gone into my Let's Play series or my whatever series. So that's pretty much it. That's about as much as I wanted to let you know. So I'm just letting you know that we will have more WoW content. That's coming soon. There's going to be another series coming out. I don't want to tell you the game right now because I still haven't bought it. But I know the game. It's a new game. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Hopefully I'll enjoy it, which is very important in order for the series to be successful and for me to want to continue recording it. But having said that, I think that's a good recap. So thanks again for being very, very, very patient with me. Stick around. More videos to come. More content to come. More amazing stuff to be revealed. So thanks again. So until next time, everybody. Bye-bye.